December 29th, 2017, I purchased a Hangkai 3.6 horsepower outboard motor. I've done some videos on breaking that motor in, and I'm going to continue with some ideas, so I hope you'll maybe save my channel and watch them and see. If you have or you are considering buying the Hangkai 3.6 horsepower outboard motor, you need to know that the gear for the prop, when you receive it, has no gear lube in it. So you will have to do this to start with. I've broken this engine in. That's basically running at 10 hours, never at full speed, just a variety of speeds to break it in. After that 10-hour break-in, you need to change this gear lube. So that's what I'm going to do today. First thing you'll need to do is remove the propeller. I've already partially done this pin. Take the pin out. Might need a screwdriver. Okay, once you found the notches underneath that, get it lifted up, you can twist and wiggle, and this will slide right off. Then you'll tilt your motor and just run that right out. During the break-in, I had used full synthetic gear oil that was like 70 W90, but in researching it, I decided that I would go with a specific gear lube for watercraft. So I went with the Mercury SAE 90. The 90 is what is recommended by the manufacturer. So this supposedly works in all lower units, jet pumps and sport jets and all outboard motors, and resists water, things like that. So I'm going to go with that. I'm also going to rinse the gears out with that Mobile One. See if I can get you a close-up of the gears here. Okay, you can see inside, and I'm very impressed. There were a review or two that after they did their break-in, there was some dirt and debris or burnt look. Mine's very clean after 10 hours of running. So I'm going to tilt this up. I'm going to take some of this Mobile One. I'm just going to rinse it out. And now I'm going to let that drain for, well, until it quits, and then I may carefully take a Q-tip or maybe a rag, and I'm just going to kind of wipe it out as best I can. But considering 10 hours, I had no residue, no discoloration. It did look a little foamy. That's why I'm going with the specifically made high-performance gear lube for watercraft. And once that drains out, I'll fill it and show you about how full I think it should be. Here's a close-up view of the gears, and you can tell everything looks very clean. So I'm very happy considering I've run it for 10 hours. And now I'll put in the marine grade 90 weight gear oil. But there are no instructions that come with the motor that say how full this should be. There is a line kind of where that gasket I think will line up. So I'm going to assume that's the mark where you fill it to. So you want to get your prop section of the motor pretty level. I'm just a little off level, but I can tilt this up. So that's right there's where I think I want it. So with that in place, this does have a specific way that it goes, and you can tell the shapes are different. So you just match up the shape. Very easy. It'll fit over, it'll slide right down. Do have to pop it on there a little bit. And then the bolts that go on, I kind of do it just like you would be tightening wheels on a car. You know, kind of even pressure each one, go back and forth. Okay, make sure you have your washer with it. Line up the holes and just put them back in. soon as you start feeling pressure, just go from one side to the other and just slowly work that back so that O-ring makes a good seal. Okay, now I'm going to put a little more pressure on. This is where you want to use the same technique as changing a tire. Just back and forth, a little bit of pressure, and just keep making each one a little tighter. And you want them, you know, tight, but not enough to strip anything. There you go. Then you simply put your shear pin back in, line up the slot in the propeller with that shear pin. We'll go back and forth, and put your cotter pin back in, and you're done. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on this little motor as time goes on. So if you want to save my channel, as little things come up, you can see what I'm up to. I already know I'm going to replace the starter pole. I accidentally unknotted it and it slipped out of my hand and I lost the wind. So I'm going to replace that. That will be probably my next video. And then bend this around a little bit so it can't come out. And once you finish that, you're all done. Easy job.